Events like this make me really excited to see women in construction from all trades coming together to celebrate what's a very basic request, to have stuff that fits you right so it doesn't get in the way of you doing your job correctly. So to see companies like Milwaukee Tool really supporting women in the trades, women in construction, giving them the tools to succeed, I know we're really trending in the right direction for a more inclusive workplace for everyone.
At least 10 years ago, if not less, an event like this would probably not have been supported or possible. And it's awesome to see the industry getting behind creating a more diverse workforce and allowing everybody to have the opportunity to have an awesome career.
So like when I started, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I start this job that's like male dominant. And like I'm more like to myself. And so I was like, I'm gonna have to learn and like, not be scared to speak up and to feel like that men are the only one who can do this job. So I feel like that took me out of my shell, and now I feel like I can keep conversations. I'm not afraid to, I guess, do a mistake or do something wrong and like tell them, hey, like, is there any way I can fix this? Being a woman in a trade is scary, but it's definitely worth it. So I would say that's one of my biggest accomplishments, just coming out of my shell.
One of my role models that I worked with, her name is Sam Groth. Although I don't work with her anymore and I only worked with her for a short time, she always told me to trust my instincts, gave me good guidance, and told me how I can succeed in my career.
So one of my role models, her name was Tracy. She used to work with WRTP Big Step. And throughout my 19 years, obviously, there have been lots of struggles. She would volunteer coffee dates, and we would just talk about any and everything. So it didn't matter what trade I might have had issues with or what person it might have been, but she always listened and she always helped me keep going and told me don't quit.
Having a support system as a woman in the trades is super important, and having the support from contractors, your union, and outside groups like Empower.
As a safety manager, I play multiple roles, and one of my most enjoyable things I do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis is mentor our new hires, our CWs, our apprentices. I give them the information that sometimes most people are afraid to say out loud, and letting them know that they can do it whether they're a man or a woman, and that it's skill. It's not always strength. We learn how to utilize our surroundings 101.
When I first showed up on the job site, I looked ridiculous. I had a big hard hat. I had a vest that didn't really fit on my shoulders well. It was sliding off. Stuff was always falling out of my pockets because I just didn't have the means to do my job effectively. So I'm really excited to see a line of women's workwear and PPE that's meant to fit a female body, maybe intended for the additional things that a woman might carry that wouldn't fit in a pocket like a guy has.
Like in the service field, we're constantly taking off rooftop panels, and it's all that is just thick sheet metal, and a good gust of wind, it could take it away, and you could slice your hand open pretty good. And if you're wearing the wrong size, then it could cause even more of an ugly mess.
Some of the items that I struggle with for safety reasons would be clothing, whether that's too loose of a shirt or too tight a pair of pants because you can't find something that fits, or even like in the wintertime, trying to find a high-vis hoodie that would fit right.
One of my favorite tools to use in Milwaukee is their cordless drain machine, where the drum is separate from the machine itself. It's really user-friendly, it's lightweight, I can get into tight spaces, and I really enjoy the fact that they made that very accommodable for both men and women, because for me personally, it's hard for me to get a drum machine in and out of my truck and into certain workspaces, so that is one of my favorite tools.
So I was working at the Medical College of Wisconsin, and Milwaukee Tool gave me the opportunity to be a model for them and try on some work pants and some shirts for them. It was really nice working with them because they understood what I was looking for as far as clothing and comfort-wise.
How far Milwaukee Tool has come in all these years is truly impressive. And I think all of us are very thankful for our relationship with Milwaukee Tool. My beginnings of working with Milwaukee Tool were mostly at the Milwaukee Bucks Arena, AKA the Fiserv, right? Incredible products. We did a lot of testing for tools and then heated vests. I personally own the very first women's heated vest that came off the line. Thank you, Kay. And then working with Zach and the rest of the crew, it is so good to know now how far Milwaukee Tool has come with the women's workwear line. I think that most other markets kind of forget about us, but Milwaukee Tool sure hasn't.